Okay. We don't consent to any AI archons, negative ETs, false life beings, imposter energies, negative energies or negative interferences coming into this channeled message. And we ask with our highest, unconditionally loving source protections and guides and healing teams to watch over this reading, please. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done one of these for YouTube, but it is a collective energy reading. Okay. So a lot has happened energetically in the last 24 hours. Some significant change has happened. So we got the Magician in the Mirror, and the Cornucopia came out together. And I feel like they want me to show these cards at the same time because we're stepping into our power as the magicians and the creators of our reality, and it's really coming to the forefront that changes in our lives are taking place, because whatever we're feeling in heightened states of emotional distress or emotional feeling, it's being mirrored back to us. So we really need to stay conscious of what we are thinking about and what we're feeling about, because it's going to show up in our reality that much quicker. And the last 24 hours has shown that this is going to be sped up a lot. Something in the galactic Federation alliance with the with Earth and stuff, up in the light ship, something has been sped up for the collective, and the energies that we're feeling in the physical in this on Earth is strenuous, to say the least. But once these energies fully clear off, it's not even a heaviness. It's like everything that doesn't serve us, that isn't part of our highest timelines, is being removed. And sometimes it looks kind of and feels kind of strange, and some kind of occurrence has had to happen so that you can fully transmute and release whatever is needed to be released at this time. It's like the last parts, but it's the last parts of the situations that are stuck within us that we haven't been able to release, and this kind of energies that are going on are to help release that into the light so that we can finally resolve all the issues that are still keeping us stuck in a low reality, where it's really it's a challenge to be the magician and the master manifestor, to manifest the life we want, because there's still that kind of heaviness in the control energy that we have suffered for millennia. And that is finally like the roots of, like I'm seeing in my mind, someone's pulling out really deep roots of that old kind of energy. Is being pulled out of the ground and is being released. So And once that has been released fully with that cornucopia card, it just means that abundance is on the way for us. Which will help a lot of people who need it the most, because whoever's watching this or feeling drawn to watch this reading, you've probably had a lot of issues trying to manifesting a great wealth into your reality. Oh, excuse me, that was weird. But this is just that release, the release to your full abundance, to your full birthright. It's been a challenge up till now, but now everyone is going to start to get their birthright. Nothing can block what's to come for a lot of us. They're going to keep trying though, but you're heavily protected so that they can't interfere. So with the second chakra, we've got that a lot of our wealth is tied to our creativity and our belief in that creativity to create great wealth. And it's where most of us are going to start to make the money that we're dreaming of. Like, the universe is going to support any creative idea that you have, any kind of creative venture that you have, just so that you have work for you in this lifetime as we're ascending further into 5D and higher, that you have a creative work that you're passionate about. And you've got daughter spirit. So what you're going to be doing after this very weird energy has subsided and all the roots from the old control system have been pulled from you and released, you're going to have access to your guides and your spirit teams and source energy. That connection is going to open even further. Whatever's been tying you down into that lack mentality or really low vibrational thought patterning is going to be released, so that whatever shackles have been placed on your third eye, your mind, to make it so that you can't use your spiritual gifts, like seeing your guides or communicating with them or feeling them, this is gonna start to open a lot more. And a lot of your gifts from the Akashic records will be released to you in this time too, because you don't have any shackles holding you down any longer, so that you believe that you're who you're meant to be. When you start to believe who you are, good things start to happen, and you start to really remember those gifts that have not yet come online yet. Because you've lived a lot of lives, so you have a lot of gifts that you accumulated in every single lifetime, and now in this lifetime, this present lifetime, you're able to really consciously bring those gifts forward, bring those down directly. This card, I think, yeah. Should I take that card or leave? Okay. But yeah, it's going to really, you'll be able to bring those gifts, like remember them fully and have that access and have that inspired thought that's going to show you what kind of gifts that are coming directly from your Akashic record. Appreciate where you're at this time as well, because that will propel any abundance that you need to support you in this next stage. You can start to think of receiving tens of millions of dollars, because money is just energy, and you'll be breaking that lack mentality, and you'll start to believe that you really deserve large amounts of money into your reality, and nothing can stop you. It's the time to take that action now, to really start to develop these creative skills and tapping into those gifts that you haven't really had the chance to have fully activated, because they're now activating to your highest potential, into their highest potential. So you'll be remembering what those are. In your fourth chakra, your heart chakra, when you lead with your heart, whatever you create from your heart is going to be quite powerful, especially if you're creating it through your higher heart as well. And that kind of the higher heart, the spiritual heart, is connected to source quite deeply. So anything that you create that is source led, you will manifest greater wealth, greater abundance in all areas of your life, and it's just going to open a lot of doors. And I'm kind of seeing faintly the open door card, but that's what they're showing me. But everything now, if you want to be successful in this next stage of life, has to be led with your heart. It has to be soul led. You have to listen to your higher self. You have to have that communication, connection to its strongest and fullest. Otherwise, nothing bad will happen if you don't cultivate that connection with your inner being or higher self, but you will feel like nothing is connected anymore, because you're not connecting to your fullest potential. So it can't come up for you, that connection, because you're separating yourself from who you truly are by not accessing all facets of yourself, by ignoring a few different things that you have, that you feel like you should be doing or not doing. You ignore the inner voice that is communicating with you, and you're not being your true self that way. It doesn't really matter if you're scared, but taking steps to ensure that you're on that path is really going to open the doors, because your higher self will see you're trying to go in the direction you're supposed to. So the universe is going to start to support that in every way that it can. So abundance has no other choice but to flood in, and a lot of these other opportunities will come up to assist you. So it's like if you're looking for a job, how to earn more money or make more money so that you can be supported, those ideas will start to come to you a lot quicker and a lot like fully developed, so that you just have to put in the work to cultivate those and create those things. Like if you're writing an ebook or something, or a book, you can make it so it is an ebook and sell it on all platforms, like on your website or on Amazon, and or share links to like all the social media. And anything that is really soul driven is going to be protected. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out what your next step is, because there's a lot of uncertainty that is going on right now with the energies that are changing, and the connection to the old world is falling away. The old world no longer exists anymore, and the chaos we are seeing is just a temporary thing. It doesn't really exist anymore. The chaos is just like the last there's a word they keep saying in my mind that I don't know how to pronounce properly, so I won't say it, but it's like little snippets of a movie still playing out, trying to keep everyone in control, in fear and stuff. It's not, what we're seeing is not what's really happening, because there's a lot going underneath that we don't know about. And that's what you have to keep in mind. If you're afraid or scared of what's going on, what you're seeing in the media, stop watching it, because whatever that is, it's like their last kind of attempt to bring everybody back down again, but they can't, because the awakening, everyone is awakening at their own pace, but they're coming to realizations that that can't be undone. Everyone's crown chakras are activating, their third eye is opening, their intuition is getting heightened, and they're not believing what they're seeing anymore, and they're asking questions. And when people start to ask questions, things start to develop and more people awaken, and logic and intuition kind of combined, and people are starting to realize that what they're seeing is not the truth. It's just to keep everybody as low vibrational as possible so they can continue to feed off the human race, but the humans aren't consenting to that anymore at a soul level, and as above so below. So you'll see a lot more organic human people start to say that they don't consent to having that control over them, and the uprising of humanity against the dark will happen. And I'm hearing like Stay Safe Lightworkers during that time, but stay safe everybody, because the people are going to start fighting back, and the governments won't know how to help or stop that, because they cannot, because the awakened human is a lot stronger than a government that just wants to control. So we're going to move on to some Journey of Love cards, because the more you tap into the vibration of unconditional love, the happier you're going to be, and the more abundant you're going to be. Oopsie. Oops. So we've got self-initiation. Yeah. Whatever kind of situation you're going through right now, where there's like a lot of confusion, a lot of turmoil, a lot of high emotional states that are coming up in a negative way happening. It's a energetic initiation that your soul has decided to do on your behalf to initiate you into the next stage, and to really start to force out anything that is within you that doesn't serve your highest good. Yeah. So it's still clearing, so just breathe through it as much as possible. It's going to pass. It's going to pass into the light and be transmuted, and you're going to feel a lot different. You're going to feel a lot lighter, a lot easier, and nothing will be able to affect you most of the time. There's still that kind of balancing out of the high vibrational energies that is occurring, but nothing that is intended to put you in fear is going to be able to control you as easy as it had been in the past. So we've got the Mother Praise. So keep a prayer journal, pray to Source, God, and just keep that connection with Source as much as possible. Speak to your inner being, your higher self, have that connection, develop that relationship with yourself, because it's going to help you in the long run to really trust your intuition. And you have let the feminine lead the way. So the feminine energy, the divine feminine, is heart-led energy. She leads with her heart, she leads with her intuition, she knows where she needs to go. She's not like the divine masculine who just thinks, I want to do this, and takes action. The divine feminine, she is slow to move, but when she does, she moves in the right direction. And when she does that, when she listens to her intuition and leads with her heart, whatever she is doing, whatever she is being drawn to do is highly, highly successful. And there's a lot of benefit to whatever the divine feminine creates in this reality now that is going to help the collective. It doesn't really matter what it is, but if the divine feminine is doing that through her heart space and leading with her heart, everything is going to work out for her. And whatever she creates is going to be highly healing and beneficial for the collective. In all forms. Try not to judge the divine feminine. If you're not quite at the divine feminine's vibration, you're going to feel a little bit triggered, but take that as an opportunity to realize that you're not quite there yet, but you're heading in that direction. And you can be open-hearted to other divine feminines and let them be themselves, create how they want to create, because then other people will start to give you that same awareness and allow you to be who you're meant to be without judgment, because the divine feminine leads by example that way, by leading with an open heart, having an open heart and seeing everyone as their true higher selves. Okay. Lord, create all things and choose soft legs, same face, that's it. Is that the reading? Okay. Lord, create all things and choose soft legs, same. Is there any energy cards that need to be? Yeah, okay, cool. We'll look back at the energies again and see what's gonna come in. I think, see what my guides say. We got happy families. So that's like your soul family, or the family you're gonna create with a future partner. I'm not taking those, they came out as orange. Like twin flames, soulmates, creating the new kind of family. Angel of love. These families will be led by love, always. Even when there's contrast, these soul families will be led through love. Yeah. And it's time to take action to create these families. So I'm hearing union with your twin flame is gonna happen soon, so that these soul families can come together. And we've got all tied up. So right now the all tied up is the energy we're leaving. It's the energy we're moving away from. To get to where we are at where we're reaching our soul family community and union and all of that stuff. So you're releasing the shackles of the 3D world, releasing your root chakra from the lower vibrations, the lower vibrational stuff, so that you can finally rise into your happy family, full of abundance, full of love, full of life, and no one trying to control you or siphoning from you. Yeah, no one showing these hostilities anymore. People who are bringing negativity into your life will be removed in some form or other. Yeah, it doesn't matter who they are, family, friends, acquaintances. If they're bringing negativity and creating hostile situations in your reality, your guides, your higher self will shift them away from you, because you're aligning to that highest timeline, that highest timeline where your daughter value is rising. You appreciate where you've come from. You appreciate what's led you to this point, and you're realizing your self-worth of the daughter value, and that you're worthy of what is to come. And that's all your abundance. That's your union with your twin flame or your soulmate of this life. And yeah, it's like the self-worth is going to be more prominent, and all envious kinds of energies, or any envy that you've had as well, is going to be released and transmuted, so it can't affect you anymore. Yeah, I can still feel this weird energy. It's like it needs to go. Yeah, woman holding on the coin. So there's abundance that wants to come in. Someone like a mentor figure is going to come to assist you, whether that be in the physical or as a spirit guide. But they're going to bring to you a lot of abundance in a way of some kind of inheritance. It's not a lot of money, but the inheritance is something that's going to help you to kind of like make plans forward so that you can move forward. But these energies, and I think this is the last card for this reading, that whatever these energies are, it's wanting to bring everything back into balance and harmony. So it doesn't feel harmonious right now, but that's where it's going, that's where it's leading to, so that you can create, you can start creating the world that you want, no matter what that looks like. So that's the reading. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I don't know if I'm going to do any more readings, but if I feel called to, I will. I'll leave a link in my bio if you guys want a personal reading. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.